KendyK all day. We are live. I just simply needed to come check in with the village. So thank you for the tremendous show of support yesterday when I just happened upon a situation, a traffic stop, and felt the need to record it for the woman who was in the car by herself and just record her vulnerabilities and her interaction with the police. So I just wanted to tap in this morning and tell everyone who supported me during that live stream, and for those kind humans, my village for real, who dropped down in the comments on the replay, who reached out to me by email, text message me, all of those things. Use the, check out KendyK, connect with KendyK link. Wow, the intentionality to check on me and make sure that I was okay after those witnessing. Let me be clear on that. I was not pulled over, but I unfortunately had to witness two interactions, bam, bam, just like that happened. And I just want to check in with y'all and let you all know that I'm okay. And it was emotionally traumatic for me. And if you watch those videos, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's move on from those things because it's a new day. And what we have to do is we have to let that ish roll off our back like water on a duck. We just have to let that ish roll. I've just got to let it roll off my back. Yes. So, and I am being intentional to do just that. So with that being said, just want to let you know that I am okay, and it's gonna be all right. Yeah, because we're gonna stay prayerful. We're gonna stay prayerful that hearts and minds, because see, anyway, we're gonna digress. We're gonna move on. Friends, I need some help. So those who are in the GLP-1 community and those who just know about eating better, living better, being on a health and wellness journey, a weight loss journey, y'all know that this is week 2 now for me on Zepbound. And I took my second dose of Zepbound yesterday. And so far, so good. No nausea. That's the best thing, because my first dose, week 1 Zepbound, complete and utter nausea, um, you know, ongoing bowel movements. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Diarrhea, um, and yeah, all of those things happened during week 1. So I need to tap in with anyone who can share insight. If you are, um, you know, if you have knowledge, just share. And I'm certainly not in the medical field, and I am reaching out to the village for support in this matter, as I'm on a GLP-1 journey, and I am Zepbound. This is week 2. I just took my second shot on Zepbound. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you for hitting that like button. So I just need support and help, and so I'm coming to you for you all to answer some questions for me that I have. And more than anything, I want your help to help me prepare the grocery list so that I don't forget any essentials that I might need now that I am on this GLP-1 weight loss journey using Zepbound. Whew. Yeah, so far so good though. Weight loss, I'll tell you a little bit about that too, what the scale said, because I even incorporated a visit to the doctor in my week 1. So I wanted to do all those things. I went a visit to the doctor and a virtual visit, a video visit to the registered dietitian. So far so good. I'll report on all of those things. And I want to pop over here though, and I want to check in. And because my dietitian, I got a message. I love getting those types of notifications that really help me and let me know that my aftercare visit, patient. You know how you all have these, we have these health portals and things. So I'm just looking back at my aftercare visit and to see, because my dietitian said, I did a video visit with my dietitian this week, and I know that she said that she was going to give me some follow-up documents. So that's what I am logged in for this morning, to check on that. Visit summary. There it goes. So if I click on that, and let's see where we are. Okay, she's got a lot of attachments for me. Um, nutrition tips when on weight loss. Okay, this is good. Meal planning tips. This is what I need, meal planning tips. And I know that you all, if you're on a GLP-1, let me know so that you all can help me as well. Welcome in. I see the greatest of all time, the GOAT, Slim Jim Longfoot. Thank you, Slim, for being here. Appreciate you. I see Lala, America's High Vibe Coach. Lala, the cucumber water and lemon water, lemon mint water. I've elevated, friend, have saved me this week to keep me more hydrated, because just a little taste of flavor. And y'all, if you are not making living water, Lala calls it, what are you doing? What are you doing, friends? Yeah. Lala, America's High Vibe Coach, she has taught me well. And so I'm just sharing what I've learned, because why would I keep that for myself when everybody can have a Lala, the High Vibe Coach, in their life? You can too, friends. Yes, absolutely. So thank you all for being here. And we're going to go over my follow-up notes from my dietitian's visit yesterday. And then I also visited my primary care physician, who prescribed me my GLP-1, Zepbound. And so this is week 2 on Zepbound. So I took the second shot yesterday, and didn't have any of the ill feelings, nausea that I had on week 1. So I am so happy. I was so nervous about that. So happy. But I did have some other little side effects with my injection yesterday. So I want to ask you about that too. Y'all, so this is why I checked in. As you can see, I need help, and you all are the village. And I know that you all can help me. I know that you all want to help me. I love those custom emojis coming in from members of KendyK's crew and KendyK's core crew. Y'all, we're going to do some, I'm supposed to have, y'all know I'm a new content creator in these YouTube streets, on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So I'm learning things every day as well. Can you imagine that? Starting a YouTube channel and fully monetizing that channel right before my 50, well, in August, I fully monetized my channel in advance of my 50th birthday. Yes, so to start a YouTube channel from 0 subscribers and get all the way to full monetization, and now we're trying to be on the road to 5,000. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and with your help, you can help me to get there. Yeah, it's amazing. So, but I can tell you, as a YouTube content creator, you're going to learn something new every day that you're in these YouTube streets, or that you're working on developing and putting out your best content. And so I'm a work in progress, and at 50, I'm loving growing my YouTube channel. It's kind of like my baby. My baby is 20 years old, so this is my new baby, and I love putting my energy into my YouTube channel. That's my baby. So we are looking at this live stream for today, because we don't even have an image on it. That is KendyK. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. So we've got folks over there who are sending out love. Oh, that's what I need to do. I want to go over to the stream and look at it so I can see y'all's comments. It's so difficult. Um, hey, is that Sunflower I see? Hey, Sunflower. Slim Jim Longfoot. Did you send folks over to join me? Thank you, friend. Good to see you, Sunflower. Ooh, thank you, Lala. So Lala is reminding me for not just try some limes. Lala has said that before, so I'm going to try limes this week. I'm going to be intentional. And I need to, so limes, lemons, making my grocery list, limes, lemons, and fresh mint. Picking up more fresh mint. To go in my water so I can have living water, because we don't want any dead water. That's what Lala would say. I just, y'all, she's a vibe. Y'all better check out Lala, America's High Vibe Coach. She too is part of KendyK's village, who are supporting me on this weight loss journey on a path to better health and wellness. 50 and fabulous. How can I be fabulous unless I lose some of this excess weight? And so now, y'all, I am Zepbound. This is my second week on Zepbound. I just took my second shot yesterday. So this is week 2 on my Zepbound journey. And now I need your help, friends. I need you all to support me and show me how to do a lot of things. So this, what are we doing here? Okay. Okay, I can see a little bit better now. Can y'all still see me? I hope so. Okay. So, friends. Okay, yeah. Now I can see comments. I have so many questions, so let me start asking them. So one thing that I struggled a lot with was the constipation, and I think I have resolved that by using Miralax and just sprinkling Miralax on everything. So not taking a dose of it, just kind of sprinkle. Um, and y'all, it's not even like even a half a teaspoon, just even less than that. Just sprinkle a little Miralax on everything. And so I was shocked by weight loss in week 1. I don't know what I was expecting, and I don't think I had any expectations, but as sick as I was for the first 24 hours, and I do mean sick, nausea, bouts of nausea, just generally feeling ill, and then I hope I'm TMI, diarrhea, sorry, for at least 18 of those first 24 hours. It was rough. It was rough. And I said, oh my goodness, if this is what it's going to be like, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. So what I want to do is I want to drop some memberships, and apparently at the beginning of each month as a new content creator, I'm supposed to have free memberships available from the YouTube Partner Program, because I offer memberships on my channel. I don't know if that was just a temporary thing, but y'all remind me to invoke those. So I'm going to write the word memberships down on my grocery list so that I can get to those. And what else do we need to do? Let's get our friend Chadwick up and roaring with us this morning. Since this is the official start of my second week on Zepbound as part of my weight loss journey for the last time. Is there anybody else on a weight loss journey? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Some people, it's weird because some people, obesity I now realize is a disease, and thank you to so many, like Oprah Winfrey, who is starting to have very candid conversations about weight loss, and some of her guests she's had recently on her podcast. I'm starting to get back into Oprah and enjoying her podcast, especially those about weight loss and especially Zepbound. Whenever I hear the word Zepbound, I'm like, right, I lean into that. Right? Yeah, so yeah, I'm understanding that obesity is a disease, and that has been known to be a disease, and but big pharma might big pharma knew that obesity was a disease, and but they chose to capitalize on pharmacology and pushing drugs for all the comorbidities that come along with obesity. But that's, yeah, yeah, I think it's clear. It should be clear. And if it's not, I'm glad I told you. Y'all, it's 50 and fabulous. And here we go. Week 2 on Zepbound. So we're going to look at my dietitian's follow-up information. So I kind of like that we do get that access to, because the more information we get right after the visit, it's kind of summarizes the visit and all of that good stuff. And y'all, guess what? That's AI generated as well. Helping your healthcare providers arm you with information and a recall and replay of what was covered during the visit, all of those things. So I find those aspects of healthcare helpful to me because I'm a reader by nature. Are you? Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being locked in. This is KendyK all day. Okay, so I'm reading all my tips and things. There's one attachment. Here's another. Let's just pull down all 3, then I'll have them in front of me. So interventions, here it goes. Reason for the visit, weight management. And I am working with a registered dietitian. And I could see her being the registered dietitian. I could see those aspects of her coming out, the attention to detail. For instance, we were talking about my vitamins and my supplements that I take regularly. And one of them was iron, ferrous sulfate. And she was like, okay, well, what's the dose? And so I was like, do you want me to go get it? Because it was a video visit with my dietitian yesterday. And she said, yeah, sure, because I want to make sure I capture that. And yeah, so she was very thorough, and we did that, and we talked about my iron. And so I was so nauseous in week 1, but I'm going to attribute that to the new medication, a foreign medication, Zepbound, being injected into the fatty tissue. Zepbound injections, be it the pen or the vial, are all injected into the fatty tissue. And I am choosing to do mine at this moment per my primary care physician's recommendation to about 1.5 inches, 2 inches on either side of my belly button. And I am moving from side to side. And week 1, I injected on the left side of my belly button. And week 2, I did my week 2 shot yesterday on my Zepbound journey. It's a weight loss journey for the last time. And I did my week 2 injection about 1.5 inches, 2 inches to the right of my belly button this week. Thank you all for being here. This is KendyK all day. I appreciate each of you. Thank you all for being here. So we talked about my iron, ferrous sulfate, and we also talked about my potassium, because I also take supplemental potassium. And but I think it was the interaction between my Zepbound week 1 injection, and that would be the 0.5 ml injection, which is 0.25. I probably better not try to quote those numbers because I'm not looking at anything. So, and my iron supplement. I tried to, you all, the Zepbound community, the GLP-1 community has been so super helpful in, reminding us that you're probably going to need supplemental supplements. And I was already prepared for that, overly prepared for that, because I already took iron supplements from, previously, because I am severely anemic, and which makes me extremely sensitive to heat and cold. Yeah, I'm sharing the things so that if you have some insight to share with me or care to offer your opinion, I'm willing to receive it. I'm a sponge today, because Zepbound, GLP-1s, it's all new to me, friends. It's all new to me. Hey there. I see some friends coming in. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being locked in and tapped in with me. Um, Lala, how I coach, you just make me feel better. Linda, welcome in, friends. I appreciate you for joining me. Beets cured your anemia. Yes, anemia is iron deficiency. And y'all, I did have a bit of remember the evening that I was suffering from fatigue, which I also learned is, yep, it is a side effect of being on GLP-1s. And in particular, I was reading that in the Zepbound literature as well. Fatigue is common as a side effect. And so how do you manage the fatigue? Oddly enough, living it with Sandra James shared something that she realized too, that fatigue being a known side effect in her case of her chemotherapy. But what she offered, that just as a general, how she dealt with the fatigue, she said, well, I could just, lean into fatigue being a side effect and just lay in the bed all day, right? Or just lounge around the house and not be up and active. She said, but instead I did the opposite of that. She said she intentionally got up and got outside to a park near her and did those intentional walks. And I did the same thing, and trying to push through and, help my body to get acclimated. She said, even doing the simple things like walking the dog, being intentional to go ahead and get up, get dressed, and do those things to fight that fatigue, because that you can manage that, and that will help your body to become more adjusted to that. So I love that. So beets. Okay. I saw that Living It with Sandra James said that she had watched Lala, the High Vibe Coach, make some of that gorgeous red beet juice. It's like a deep crimson red beet juice. And I know that they also have golden beets as well. Okay, okay, okay. Now, I can eat a few beets in a salad. And of course, I'm talking about pickled beets, but I have never even dressed beets in the raw as so I'm gonna need some help, but I know the High Vibe Coach will walk me through it and talk me through it. She is my real for real friend in these YouTube streets. Thank you for being you, friend. Thank you. So let's see what else the dietitian is saying to me. So weight management recommendations: high fiber and high protein, even on snacks. Pair protein with fruit or vegetable. And she said the ideas are on the hyperlink. Oh, okay, she's got a hyperlink in here for me. Got it. Oh, okay. So I'll click that in just a second. And she says, for snacks, portion them out. So I didn't have the urge to snack until like day 3.5, and then day 4 for sure. No. Because I took the shot the first time on a Friday, and I took my second shot yesterday. So this is week 2 for me on Zepbound. It's officially week 2 for me on my Zepbound weight loss journey. And so she told me to portion out snacks. So I didn't want snacks until Wednesday afternoon. So the food noise and silencing the food noise, I now know what that is. Oh my gosh, that is probably the biggest benefit of Zepbound, is silencing the Lala, I've had a dog. I rehomed my dog because I travel back and forth. I know. I kind of want my dog back and not, my son's back with me. I love him so much. Ah. Yeah, so yes, I had a dog. He was a big dog too. I'll have to show you pictures of him. Um, Linda, ooh, you get fresh pressed beet juice from your friend's juice bar. Ooh, ooh. When in doubt, gather it. I love that, especially if it's fresh pressed. I love that. And now you said that, so I'm thinking about a vendor I met at the farmer's market in my community who did fresh pressed juices, and like literally you could give her an order so that she would have your stuff bagged and tagged over here and you just pick it up. So I think you like do a little prepaid with her situation and she had your stuff reserved, whatever you wanted, her regulars. So maybe that's I'm learning that I don't have to do everything as long as it's just, beet juice, no preservatives or anything like that. I could be down with picking that up from someone who knows how to do fresh pressed beet juice. Oh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Getting more instructions here. Ooh, sometimes adding a fresh pineapple juice to it also. Yes. Linda says, food noise. I had soda noise. Now, I did have a mini can of Sprite because, y'all, the nausea days 1 through 3 were real. Yeah, I just was sick. And I think it was me trying to push the iron, which are already very high doses of iron. And my dietitian was actually surprised that too much iron or high doses of iron, like I take, um, they make me nauseous. And diarrhea is a side effect of that too for me. She said, really? She said, normally too much iron makes people constipated. And I said, no, not me. And then I'm thinking, well, ma'am, I don't know how accurate that is. Every patient is different, is what it is. Every patient is different because when I say that I am severely anemic, I have had to have multiple weeks of iron infusions before. And so my iron is closely monitored. I'm always getting lab work, but I think that's going to be true on the GLP-1 journey because they want to make sure that all your levels of your essential nutrients and all of that stuff stays where it is, because the healthier you are on a weight loss journey, the more you can lose weight. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. And I truly believe that. So my planned goals, these are the goals that I worked out with my dietitian yesterday during my video visit as I started week 2 of my Zepbound journey, my Zepbound weight loss journey. My planned goals were to eat my meals at home this week. So midweek, after being, nauseous and, the food noise completely was silenced by the Zepbound. Did not want to eat and really couldn't eat because of the diarrhea. I really couldn't. All I could do was hydrate. The one thing that I craved throughout the week was hydration. And I think it too might just be, I don't think I was fully hydrated. So I'm going to start monitoring my water intake more, just via my big Care Bear mug, which holds 20 ounces of water. I'm going to start just really monitoring that more closely to see how many of those I'm getting in a day, because I felt like I was always drinking water, but it wasn't much. Because again, now I understand when they say the food noise was silenced, it's all noise for, I guess, eating and drinking too. Yeah. So I did have one mini can of Sprite, and I'm glad I had those mini cans because I had to put it on ice. Of course, they were in the pantry, but I'm glad I had those mini cans available because it helped with the nausea. and I was able to sip that a little bit. And sometimes I add water to that anyway. But anyway, um, so my first goal for the week, for week 2 on my Zepbound journey, is to eat my meals at home this week. So no gathering meals this week. I'm going to try to just do better meal planning. And y'all, I don't know. I just cannot believe how little food I ate in the week. Um, Even, by Wednesday, I took my first shot on a Friday. So Fridays are going to be my injection day. And I just could not believe how little food I was able to eat. You just don't, it's not a priority anymore. It's eating for life. Yeah. In my case, for high protein. Yes. And my other goal is progress over perfection, because I do kind of dwell in the all or nothing thinking, like I have to do everything right perfectly. hmm Yeah, I do have a bit of perfectionist because I have OCD tendencies. And yeah, so we talked a little bit about that with my registered dietitian too. Is just focus on progress, focus on these smaller goals for the week, just for this week, because we're tweaking this thing. And see how I'm just trying to, hey, one crafty sister, welcome in. Hey, Stephanie, 15 climbing. Stephanie, I enjoyed that ride in the car yesterday that you had playing overnight, friend. That thing, I always get up because I'm a woman of a particular age, y'all, and I also take a diuretic as part of my prescription medication to maintain my good blood pressures. And so I always get up one time a night for the restroom break. And I don't know. I popped over to see what was happening in the YouTube streets. Yeah, y'all do it too if you're a content creator. And thank you all, because sometimes I'm up in the night doing after dark situations. So y'all check out. I'm going to put all the after dark content into a playlist so y'all have it, so y'all can see what KendyK gets up to after dark. But I saw Stephanie 50 and climbing, and friends, she was just doing a drive, and oh, what a beautiful drive! The clouds, the sunset. I loved it. I love the evening drive. Um, Thank you for that, because the music was amazing and it just lulled me right on back to sleep. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So thank you, Stephanie 50 and climbing. Thank you for being here. And then if I snack, healthy snacks, because I told her when I started hearing that the food noise was coming back, and it started coming back on Wednesday afternoon. And when I felt I could eat or I wanted to eat, I wasn't just eating to make sure I got protein pushed into my body. And that's when I went out and gathered the food, because I knew I didn't have the energy to cook. I didn't. I did not. I didn't have the energy, and my schedule wasn't going to allow it. So I just went and gathered food so I could make sure we had protein in my house for the rest of the week, me especially. So that is it. That's my visit summary. So that's my visit summary, and she gave me some more meal planning tips. So here are the meal planning tips. You may not always feel hunger, but it is important to eat. Set scheduled times to eat meals and do not skip meals. Eat slowly and stop eating when you feel full. So we talked a little bit about that, and I said, well, regularly I'm eating 2 meals a day, because I've been working with a registered dietitian for right at a year before I started this weight loss journey, and did lose weight. Okay. Accomplished about a little over 20-pound weight loss in a year. But we are now on Zepbound. This is week 2 of Zepbound. And so I want to accelerate that and lose these excess pounds so that for better health and wellness, for 50 and fabulous. Yes, KendyK is 50. And I want 50 and beyond to be my best me. And so that's why I'm focusing on this weight loss journey using Zepbound. Choose a variety of, here are my suggestions from my registered dietitian, and I had a video visit with my registered dietitian yesterday. Choose a variety of nutrient dense foods, including vegetables, fruits, whole grains. Whole grains are good sources of fiber, and lean protein foods, low fat dairy or dairy alternatives, and healthy fats. Yes, okay. That I already knew because I have been working with a registered dietitian. Eat protein foods with each meal and snacks. And we talked about specifically focusing on eating those protein foods first on my plate. And I told her my plate is usually protein and a veggie. And she said she's cool with that. She said that's good because you're focusing on the two main important things. Eat these protein foods first if you feel full quickly when eating, so definitely eating mine first. Protein, lean proteins are lean meats, seafood, beans, and I love beans of every kind, peas, lentils, nuts, seeds, low-fat dairy foods, eggs, and soy products. So I guess by low fat, we're talking about my Greek yogurt. Only thing in that list of protein foods that I don't dwell in is the soy. That's tofu, right? Not too much on that for me. I'm going to pass on that. But there's so many other options. Nuts, I love cashew. No, cashews is not my most common nuts that I eat. Of course, y'all know pecans for me. And I need to put more pecans on the grocery list. And I'm going to get the diced pecans. Is that what they call it? Diced? Or I don't need the halves or anything because I'm just putting them in the oatmeal. So no need. They'll be cheaper in that diced form. I know that for sure. And pistachios, which I'm going to pick up at Sam's Club or Costco, because I hope to go ahead and just get them in the individual serving because portion control. Or else I can portion them out myself because I do have the little snack bags. I do have the little snack bags, so I can portion them out myself. I thought I had some snack bags up here, but I don't. I can just portion them out myself into a ½ ounce or 1 ounce serving. I think it's at 1 ounce on nuts. Yeah. And limit your intake of high-fat foods since these foods take longer to digest. Yeah, not doing high-fat foods. Drink at least 48 to 64 ounces of water, which is really just 6 to 8 cups. And my Care Bear mug is a 20-ounce mug, and so that would be 2.5, 3, or 4 of those every day. Caffeine free, yep, and low cal. And my primary care physician reminded me again yesterday to make sure I'm adding electrolytes because just any way to push these minerals and it'll make the water and the benefits of the water benefit my body better when I add electrolytes to my water. Limit sugar sweetened beverages, of course, alcohol. Y'all, I really, at 50, not too much on alcohol either. It just doesn't interest me anymore. To me, it's just empty calories. So I pass. Limit carbonated beverages if they cause bloating. Yeah, bloating was the second biggest issue. So first it was diarrhea. I'm sorry, because these are very personal issues, right? But I'm sharing my, because I need your help. Hey, Manjaro Journey with Pam, I need your help. So my first issue, first 2 days was, first 48 hours on Zepbound for week 1 was diarrhea. But I think it was the interaction of the new medicine in my body plus me taking my prescription iron medication, which is a very high dose. The interaction of that is what I think put me in the explosive diarrhea for 48 hours. Yeah. And so Then I went to straight bloating and constipation for the remainder of the week. Yes, I went to straight bloating and constipation for the remainder of the week. And so I need help with that. And I'm going through my dietitian's notes. So I had 2 appointments yesterday. So 3 important things happened yesterday as I started week 2 on Zepbound. This is week 2 on Zepbound. And I hope I'm counting this right. So yeah, so I took my first shot on a Friday. So I took my second shot yesterday on a Friday. So far so good. I took this shot on the right side of my belly button, about 2 inches from the right side of my belly button into the fatty tissue, never into the muscle. It should not be going into the muscle. And of course, the gut area is the fattiest parts, one of the fattiest parts of your body. I don't know. I don't think I could inject here because it's too awkward for me. I don't know. I'm okay. I got a good target with my belly. And the belly button is a good place for me to kind of measure 1.5 to 2 inches over on either side of that. Okay, so yeah, I think it really was more so, I think what caused my diarrhea during the first 48 hours on Zepbound was the my prescription iron medication, my prescription iron, which is a heavy dose of iron because of my anemia. So yeah, so I think it might have been a little bit of both, but more the iron, because that occurred to me by like Wednesday. I don't think it was the Zepbound causing this. I think it was the iron, because y'all, I took the second shot last night and no symptoms whatsoever. Ever. No symptoms whatsoever. I haven't had any coffee this morning, but I'm going to try that warm hug. I'm going to try the Keurig warm hug coffee because it's called warm hug. Who wouldn't like that? It just sounds amazing to me. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to substitute in 30-gram vanilla protein shake in lieu of coffee creamer because I'm trying it. That's why. So side effects, nausea, vomiting, nauseousness was also another thing that I was dealing with. Thank you for being here, all of these GLP-1ers. And if you've done weight loss without the use of GLP-1, if you have anything to offer to me, because I'm making a grocery list, I have limes on it, lemons on it, fresh mint for my waters. That really helped me to push more hydration. And I probably better just re-up on those electrolytes that I can just add to my water as well. And I think that was Kim J Sweet Healthy Live, who said that her doctor told her to just get some apple juice and just add a dribble of apple juice because it'll give you just enough flavor. And actually the apple juice has good nutrients in it as well. So that's just you making your own electrolytes. Yeah, that's all electrolytes are, y'all. It's a little, juice that gives you all the nutrients and stuff in there. Hey, Traveling T, thank you for becoming a member of KendyK's crew. Thank you, friend. Okay, y'all, I'm going to try to add. Let me see. Let's check and see if it's going to give me the signal to give out some free memberships here. I don't know how to do it. What am I supposed to do? Let me see. Do I have to do it on the phone as the content creator? Apparently the YouTube Partner Program is supposed to, let me see, y'all. I think you have to be on a vertical live stream. I don't know. Let me see, y'all. I gotta ask ChatGPT for some help. I don't know. I'm trying. Hey, Luz. Hey, Grace. Thank y'all for joining me. Grant, thank y'all for helping me. Oh, basil seeds. Oh, HOLY. Holy basil seeds. Oh, and she also mentioned chia seeds. And Lala had put chia seeds in her water. in her lemon mint water she was making yesterday. Or did I make the lemon water? Y'all know what I'm saying. So, hey there, low carb queen. Thank you all. Thank you all. I'm seeing so many friends from the GLP-1 journey. Friends, thank y'all for helping me. This is week 2 for KendyK. KendyK has a list. This is the list. And now I'm trying to do these memberships. Does anybody, if you offer memberships on your channel, it says check the gifted memberships are enabled. No, I want the free. Like YouTube gives me, because I offer memberships on my channel, apparently YouTube gives me as the creator free memberships. And apparently they start them at the first of the month. It says you're talking about the free memberships that YouTube sometimes gives creators to distribute. The YPP, YouTube Partner Program, and you should know those letters. YPP is very important to you as a content creator because that's who gives the YouTube check. That's the monetization people, that side of YouTube. Okay, so open your live control room in YouTube Studio. Okay, so I'm in YouTube Studio. Click the monetization button. Okay. Click monetization. Oh, I hope they still do them because I don't see. Okay. Okay, let me follow the directions. Near the chat controls. Okay. My live control room. Okay, go into the live control room. Where are the chat controls? And this is what I need, y'all. Because stream settings, chat control. I did it one time. And I saw them. No, I don't want to create a highlight. Cancel back out of that. Okay, let me read the directions, y'all. I'm reading and I make funny faces when I read. So let me try to just put a smile on my face. Hey, y'all, hey. So they'll only go to people in the live stream. Viewers must have already pre-accepted, toggled on to accept gift memberships. If your channel has them available, click the monetization or membership icon near the chat controls. Okay, I'm down here in here. Where are the chat controls? I'm in the Traveling T, thank you for becoming a member of KendyK's crew. Welcome to the crew, friend. Welcome to Traveling T. Y'all give Traveling T some love for becoming a member on KendyK's crew. Where are the chat controls? Okay, let me just ask ChatGPT because I don't even know. Where are the chat controls? Go to YouTube Studio, click content, click live, open your current live stream. You should now see live control room. On the right side of the screen, you'll see live chat. I do. At the top of the chat box are the chat controls. Well, that makes sense. At the top of the chat screen are the chat controls. Oh, Lala added ginger. Lala said ginger. Ginger is very strong. You just need a A half of a sliver. A half of a sliver is all I need of ginger. Okay, y'all, do they still hand out the little free memberships that it gives me to be able to hand out to get some more members? Hey there, crafty sister. Linda is here with us. Linda, thank you for sticking and staying, friend. Stephanie, 50 and climbing. Chaba, how are you, friend? Manjaro. Yeah, it's early in California on the West Coast. PST time. Okay, Grant. So, Grant, you are the second one. I think Low Carb Queen also acknowledged that, yeah, diarrhea is normal. And that I had the first 48 hours of diarrhea. And I think it was an interaction of the new Zepbound being in my body for the first time and also interacting with my high dose of iron, prescription iron. Yes. Yeah, of course, your system just has to adjust because took my second Zepbound shot yesterday, my second injection yesterday, no problems whatsoever. So far so good on week 2, but I want to just be prepared. Though my registered dietitian and I talked a lot yesterday about not looking for perfection, just progress. So that's none of that all or nothing thinking, KendyK. We're just focusing on progress. Oh yes, bloating. So let's talk about that. So total pounds lost during week 1, 2. And I didn't have expectations, but I guess I would want it to be like, I lost 6 pounds on my GLP-1 in the first week. And I thought like I would have, like, in my mind, I didn't have expectations, but I guess I wanted to have a big loss. 2 pounds is a big loss. 2 pounds is, yeah. I had worked with the registered dietitian for years, and my average weight loss from week to week was 1 pound or less. And so that's why I wanted to use the power of modern medicine and GLP-1s on the weight loss journey. So I chose Zepbound because the research has shown that it has, for folks who are not type 2 diabetic, and I am not, Zepbound has the best average weight loss because it's all research and it's all in progress and all of that good stuff. Yeah, y'all know what I'm not a doctor, as you all clearly can see. I came to the village this morning for information and understanding. So why is it not showing me that I had these little memberships? Or not? Maybe it's because I don't have them anymore. Is that why? Oh, I click on the money. Y'all, all I had to do was, all you have to do to access the memberships as a creator. So it says, okay, I'm going to use my other cell phone. My Note 9 still works just fine for me. So let me take a picture so y'all can see this, because I definitely need to show this on Shop Talk. If you're a monetized creator and you're able to, initial monetization will give you the ability to offer memberships. I don't know why I was kind of switched over to Shop Talk, but y'all join me on Sunday for the Sunday Sunrise edition of Shop Talk. This is KendyK all day. So y'all, it says I can send 10. It says you have 10 gift memberships left to send this month. Oh, somebody sent me a floating heart. Thank you. And 5 folks just got gifted memberships. Congratulations. Yeah, Simply Debbie Sue, you got it. Yep, I'm partial to her. She's my quintessential Southern lady. It's Simply Debbie Sue. You have received a gift membership to KendyK's crew because you had to be in this live stream. And I don't give out the memberships. YouTube Partner Program gives them out, and that's anytime. It gives me the ability to push the button and say, yes, I want to pass out 5 of the memberships. And Gen X Effect, you scored a gift membership to KendyK's crew. One crafty sister, thanks for your engagement. You too. And that is what the YouTube Partner Program bases the memberships out. They're not random. They hand them out to the most engaged viewers during your live stream, during this live stream. So this one operates a little bit different because I didn't have to pay for these because I offer membership. The YouTube Partner Program gives me a couple to pass out so that folks can get a feel for KendyK all day in our membership. So welcome. One crafty sister, you scored, and Joshua Husky, you have scored a membership to KendyK's crew. Jessica, you too have scored a membership to KendyK's crew. Yes, if you are a member of KendyK's crew, just go ahead and click on in the chat, just click on the little emoji icon in the chat, and you'll see my custom emojis. Absolutely, I have custom emojis. And people have been dropping them all morning. So if you're a member of KendyK's crew, go ahead. Nuestra Familia is a member of KendyK's crew, and she is modeling the custom emojis. Yeah, you know, we're in the spirit of New Orleans. We let the good times roll. Absolutely. We got gold coins, we've got a smiley, but all in the theme of Mardi Gras. We got the Mardi Gras jester hat and the Mardi Gras crown because she is a queen, KendyK, fabulous at 50. Yes, so it's kind of I like that. So I gave out 5, so I think I let 5 go to waste in February. So I have 5 more, but you can't. I don't know that I don't know that you can do this when you're using. Um, so I'll use this when I do my lifestyle content, like today, and when I'm going directly through YouTube for streaming. Is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, back to Zepbound because I've got all of these GLP-1 users. I'm on Zepbound. I just took my week 2 injection yesterday. So Fridays are my day, and I think I'm liking that. I think God was up to something that I would take my first injection on a Friday. And so for this moment, Fridays are my injection day because weekends are difficult for me. That's when I typically have been a snacker and just a mindless snacker. So this is going to work out perfect because, you know, I'm at max food noise silence and I had no nausea after that shot, the second shot yesterday. I'm so grateful for that. And y'all, so I was 2 pounds down. I had another doctor's visit. Y'all have taught me all these things, GLP-1s. I was listening. I was listening and internalizing, probably to a fault, y'all, because I kind of overthink everything. But y'all were in my head with all the things that y'all shared. And they all made a lot more sense after you actually take a dose of Zepbound or a GLP-1. And so I had a video visit with my registered dietitian on video yesterday morning, and then yesterday afternoon I did my doctor's visit. So, and I had that 1/4 of a cup of oatmeal fortified with 30-gram protein shake. So had a high dose of fiber, a high dose of 30-gram protein shake mixed in that in lieu of milk so that I could add additional protein. Added more protein with chopped pecans. They're not diced pecans, KendyK, they're chopped pecans. Get the chopped pecans because they'll be cheaper. I knew diced didn't sound right on my grocery list. I couldn't think of the right word. I got it now. That's 50 because 50. And craisins, 50% less sugar craisins. And I got plenty of craisins, so all I need to pick up is the chopped pecans. My mama likes walnuts, by the way. She doesn't. Now you talking about a woman of a particular age at 77, friends. Her thoughts and views are very matter of fact. Thank you, Liliana. Y'all check out Liliana. Check out her channel, My Humble Family. So getting lots of ideas. Liliana is also on a GLP-1 journey. I hope you are okay with me sharing that. But friend, we can do this thing together. together, y'all. So friends, what I'm going to do is all my GLP-1 folks, and I don't think it matters much what GLP-1 you are on, but I would like us to do a panel, because like I want to literally look in your face and ask you some of these questions. And thank you. So 2 pounds is down, 2 pounds down according to the doctor. But y'all, my doctor's visit um in February, when I got the prescription, it was like the first visit of the day on his schedule. So I went at 3 p.m. So I knew it was going to show less of a weight loss because I had eaten number one, and had gotten did a number two. So I'm sorry. And I felt bloated. The bloating was real. But y'all, I got a release, and I feel like this morning I was down another pound and a half. hmm It was a good day of things moving on through my body and moving on out my body. So another pound and a half down this morning. So 3.5 pounds down starting week 2. Yes. So I got a little inflammation. I could see my non-surgical knee leg has a little inflammation in it, and you just notice these things at 50. Right? You got to be honest with yourself. I think that's the part. Hey, Shawnee. Okay, let me see what Doses of Shawnee is saying. Thank y'all for being here for me. Yeah, side effects are usually a few days later, but as we know, these meds affect everyone differently. Absolutely. So, yeah. So I had a good day. I think my body just knew that I was relaxed after I knew I had lost weight, at least 2 pounds per the doctor's scale, and had a really low blood pressure. So that means I really wasn't stressed about the process. My blood pressure was 106, whatever I put in the video. But then we know what caused my blood pressure to go up. So thank you all for checking on me. Those that checked on me in my village after me witnessing. I was not a part of those traffic stops, but I witnessed them and recorded them, and I was traumatized. I really was. I know you saw that and you heard that in my voice. And thank you to those that reached out. Y'all are the real ones. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Do you use nurse, registered dietitians, or another group? I have Blue Cross Blue Shield for my insurance, and they just give me a list of registered dietitians, and I actually chose a new registered dietitian and a new journey. And so new registered dietitian, and I chose her because she could give me an appointment last Friday, right before my week 1 shot injection. And then I'm just rolling with her because she's giving me all these follow-up things, and I'm a reader by nature. So yeah. Munjaro GLP-1 journey for diabetes management here. Okay. Just wing it. Yeah. But because this is a weekend, I'm just trying to get my little grocery list together and make sure I have the things that I need. I think I need some eggs because I have just a few eggs, and I get those at Sam's Club too. So what I need from Sam's are the pistachios from Sam's Club, or even just to get, even if I don't get them in individual servings already prepackaged. And can I tell y'all something too? I like the dietitian. I like my new dietitian, because one thing she asked me during my week 1 visit with her. So I met with her right before my first injection on a Friday, and then I met with her again with intention yesterday after 1 week on Zepbound. And but what she asked me during the week 1 visit was, what is my budget like for buying food and things like that. And I can really appreciate her for that, because y'all, in this economy, food is so high. And without saying much, she just kind of asked it very casually, and I did not take offense, because I think what she was asking is, you know, she wanted to make sure that what she was going to be suggesting to me was going to work with my budget and my food budget. And I said, no, I said, not really. I don't have any restrictions on, my food budget. If there's something that I want to try, I'm able to try those things and buy. And I can appreciate that, because she was really trying to, be informed about what my goals were and how she could help me reach those goals in weight management. And I could appreciate that from her, and I really like that. And I'm sure she probably asks that as a standard question with all of her intake patients, just to try to see, you can apples are always a good source of fiber with the peel on, of course, but they're a lot more they're a lot less they're a lot cheaper to have apples for a good dose of fiber than, let's say, raspberries. So yesterday's dietitian appointment, we talked about raspberries, and I could mix the raspberry and chia seeds to plain Greek yogurt. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. So Nourish apparently is a nutrition program or something like that for type 2 diabetes. That's coming to us from another GLP-1 person. Y'all, who had a great live stream last night. And it was more just chatting it up and having fun. Hey, the boss way, how are you, friend? Y'all, so all that fabulous music, most of it comes from D Boss Way. My last video, which I called a life reset, because I wanted to share the official. I put it down. I have a Zepbound weight loss playlist, of course, and so check out that life reset video, but it features music from Low Carb Queen, who gifted me music, and that wonderful spirit human D-Boss Way, Harjarina Net. Thank you both, because KendyK wouldn't have any music without them, and also Anthony Holmes 71. So I'm featuring all these creators, and y'all, whenever I use music that was gifted to me, I always shout out that creator, and you can always find links to their channels in my description box. So if you're interested, please utilize them, because they do wonderful things. So you'll have to check in with them and all of that good stuff. Food is ridiculously high, and so again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that despite the high prices, I don't ever not buy the things that I need for weight loss and for my wellness journey. And so, but there are some who do have to make choices because they've got school-aged children and things like that. So I'm grateful is what I'm trying to say. Gratitude, particularly during this period of Lent. And Nuri protein shakes. Okay, y'all are recommending different protein shakes for me, and shout out, I'm a 30-gram Quest protein shake girl, vanilla only. Y'all, my belly in general, I have a sensitive belly. So Tums are a regular part, and I don't need Tums because y'all, that's how I emptied my FSA money on my card. Y'all know your little FSA card, where they take money, pre-tax money out of your check and put it on your FSA card. That's how I emptied out my account, was buying the big things of Tums from Amazon, the big ones, so that I could refill into my smaller containers. Yeah, I literally do. So I have a sensitive belly anyway. So yeah, and she said, this is what during my video visit with my dietitian, she was just like, yep, do whatever you need to do. Yep, it's okay to. I use the Tums smoothies, and I love the berry, the ones that are berries, something with the word berry in it. Okay, Ooh, brownie food. Manjaro with Pam actually this brownie food. Y'all, you gotta get over there with Munjaro. It's not Munjaro, it's Manjaro. Journey with Pam, and it's pronounced Manjaro. And I think because I heard Pam say it correctly, and I knew I was saying it wrong. Manjaro, Journey with Pam. Y'all, she does this something at 50 or the 50. What's the name of that segment on your channel? Manjaro Journey with Pam. Y'all, it is fabulous because she is showing us how to do those planks on the wall. KendyK is trying to do the planks on the wall now. Thank you. And she is doing her squats, and I remember doing that thing where you squat up against the wall and you just sit in a seated position to get these thighs toned up. I did that as part of 15 weeks of physical therapy after my total knee replacement. So I knew that that was a good one. When I heard you and I saw you do that and demonstrate that, Pam, I knew she's a real one. She is a real one. And not that you've had a total knee replacement, but because I knew you knew what you were talking about, because I knew my physical therapist after total knee replacement, we used to do that. That was one of the moves we did to strengthen my muscles above my knee replacement. Yes, you got to keep those things strong. Ooh, Grant and his family are going on a hike. I love that for y'all. Ooh, yeah, take us on that hike. I want to see that. Take us on that hike. Yes, yes. So after the total knee replacement, I'm gonna have to take a pictures. I see. Let me write my ideas down. Now, let me tell you something else at 50. Okay. And thank God. I appreciate all 50 years of wisdom and life. But so what I've started doing now, y'all, because my brain can forget things a lot now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just keep living. So I will put a little sticky note on the door out to the garage, because we come and go through that door, 99.999% of the time, in and out of the house, and so that I won't forget things. And y'all, now the door is full of sticky notes. Because there are a lot of things that I need to remember and remind myself of so I don't forget them. Yes. Ooh, 75, Johnny in California. Beautiful. By the way, have you all turned off your furnace? I just turned off the furnace one day this week. I realized why do I still have the furnace on? It is March. Let me try to turn it off and let me try to get one lower bill after that snowpocalypse that we had. Not snowpocalypse, ice apocalypse. Okay, Pam says, I was always too heavy to get the knee replacement. Pam, you've lost over like 150, 160 pounds, friend. So let's not worry about that. We're going to let the past be the past, friend. Let the past be the past. We're going to let that roll off your back because you look fabulous. I love to see you out there doing that hike in California with your grandson. And thank you. So I heard back from one of my brand partners this week. I'll update you on that during Shop Talk. Actually, I reserve those kind of conversations for the core crew. When I talk about brand deals, when I talk about the monetization, and just to make sure that my folks who have really invested in the channel at the core crew level have a elevated experience. Still chilly in Virginia, okay? Okay. So I turned I don't remember what day, but I realized because I have a space heater in my bedroom. I've got a space heater in my master bathroom, and I love that I can pop it on and off, and with remote. I love that. And yeah, I usually set the timer on it for an hour, and I'll have to add an image of that so you can see that space heater with the remote on it. And even though I set the timer to turn it off automatically in an hour, you know, which is usually like when I'm gonna be asleep, you'll know when at 50. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ladies, at 50, you know, sometimes I have to turn that space heater off and jump up and turn the ceiling fan on. I remember when they were doing the renovations on the house, the contractors, two of them, asked me, "Are you sure you want another ceiling fan up here?" And I just want to bust them in the chops. I just want to bust them in the chops. I'm absolutely doggone sure I want a ceiling fan up here over this bed at 50. Absolutely I am. Yes. Yes. Ooh, well, Kim, that is that is a rich woman's problem. She said she has a thermostat on all 3 floors. Okay, well, what you need to do, friend, because her and the girls live in that big fine home that she has. Y'all check out Low Carb Queen. She was making smoothies this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Friends, what you do is, Kim, lean into this. Lean into it, friend. You going over there to Home Depots or to the Lowe's, okay? And tell them KendyK sent you. Go over to Home Depot, or you need to tell them you want a lockbox for the thermostats. Put yourself a lockbox on there, and it's gonna come with 2 keys. Turn your thermostats off and lock them. And there you have it. There you have it. Yeah, because y'all, honestly, I'm gonna get through March and I'm gonna get through April, and we're not turning the thermostat on. Yeah, my child know me. He look. He know his mama crazy. He know when I said it's off, I mean don't touch it. Now I reserve the right. Right? If we get another one of those cold fronts coming in here, I reserve the right to turn my own thermostat on because I work too hard. Mm-hmm. 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 But this college student of mine paying no bills, yeah, you don't make any decisions up in here. Oh, I know, friend. Yes, you got to invoke the lockbox. And in fact, y'all, I keep Home Depot app on my phone, friend. That's another, because see, they got a curbside pickup situation too over there at the Home Depot. I'm just saying, and so does Lowe's. I know. Well, I'm guilty of not having the lights on. In fact, I wanted to have the lights off today because it just, it's a Saturday morning. I just wanted to be a woosah situation over here. Y'all, give me just a moment. My sinuses opened up. Give me just a moment. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Thank you for those hearts. This is KendyK. Ooh, Low Carb Queen. Blueberry smoothie this morning. Whoa, now that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. So y'all know I had these old Wisconsin turkey sticks, and it takes though 2 of these little sticks for 7 grams of protein. But something is better than nothing. Okay, Lala says she is blending right now. Okay. All right. We want to shout out the newest members of KendyK's crew who were gifted a membership. And that entitles you to all the benefits of KendyK's crew. And we want to thank Traveling T for investing in my channel and becoming a paid membership and buying a membership. Traveling Tea, that means the world to me. And we want to also welcome in these other members who were gifted memberships: Simply Debbie Sue, Gen X Effect, One Crafty Sister, Joshua Husky, and Jessica. So glad. And look at all these members of KendyK's crew and KendyK's core crew: Nuestra Familia, Kim J. Sweet, Healthy Life, Doses of Shani, Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. Thank you all for being here with me. And of course, America's High Vibe Coach, Lala. Thank you all. Okay, so let's get down through here and let's see. So yeah, it's listed right here as a side effect. My dietitian gave me this paper. For diarrhea, drink 48 to 64 ounces of fluid daily. Yes, so drink any fluid. That's why I ended up drinking, because of the nausea. I was like bouts of nausea, diarrhea for the first 48 hours. I ended up drinking a mini can of Sprite just to try to settle my belly. Limit the intake of coffee, dairy, alcohol, and soda. Alcohol, just not, empty calories, not doing it. Y'all, we're on 20% battery, so we're coming down from this place real fast. So with that being said, y'all, let me click over here and show you what I'm doing for breakfast. Before we lose all battery. Before we lose all battery life. So here we have the Kodiak Power Cakes. So I'm going to be meal prepping Kodiak Power Cakes. And y'all, I love the blueberry. I picked it up on a fluke. They gave it to them on a grocery order as a substitution. And I was like, I don't want any blueberry pancakes. So the blueberry pancakes might go well with Low Carb Queen's blueberry smoothie. I'll have to check that out. And then, you know me, I'm all about the Kodiak protein oats. I'm going to have some this morning to push protein. So I'm still probably going to do 2 meals a day. And I was doing a Daniel fast, but in light of my week 2 on Zepbound, I'm just giving myself grace and just trying to push high protein, low carbs, and high fiber diet. And my mom loves these chocolate chip. So if you're a person that likes the packets, I prefer the 100% whole grains, but my mom likes the little packets. And these are the chocolate chip flavor. And they have 12 grams of protein. And she likes those. Shout out to my mama. Love you. And then these are my standard power cakes. And they have a little hint of vanilla in them. And they're just good too. So, and if you swap out, so I'm going to swap out, instead of milk, I'm going to use protein shake, because you could just add water. The Kodiak Power Cakes, all of them are just add water. All of these products are complete. So you just add water to make the pancakes or waffles, but you can also swap in milk. And I am going to swap in Quest 30-gram protein shake. Absolutely, I am. Yes, absolutely, Shawnee. Eat more whole foods. Yeah, so I need to show you what I did on my first week. So, so I had eggs, and then I was worried about the cholesterol with eating so many eggs. So I used about egg whites. I said all that to say this. I added egg whites so that I can eat like 1 egg and then maybe 1/4 of a cup, 1/2 a cup of egg whites, which I know is still going to give me too many eggs. Oh, added almond milk. Yeah, I'm adding protein shake to mine. That's a good idea though, almond milk. Yep. Thank you all sharing some different things for me to try. Hey there, Patty's Kitchen. And Patty's Kitchen, y'all. Patty is a recipient of our Perfect Pound Cake gift package for February. And Patty, it was a rough week for me on my first week with Zepbound. So I will be handling all of those things for you today, friend, and I'll email you today. So other whole foods that I need to add to this. So I feel like I'm going to do a taco salad with black beans because I love black beans. It's going to be either black beans or refried beans in that. Okay, so if you're not able to join memberships, you have to enable memberships. So Manjaro Journey with Pam, if you go to my channel page and you can just search for KendyKAllDay, and I'll send you an email. But I have 3 now. You probably haven't enabled memberships on your channel, or as a viewer, you have not toggled on the ability to do memberships, and you do have to toggle that on, right? You have to opt in to memberships. So I'll show you how to do it from a viewer perspective so that you can purchase other folks' memberships or even be gifted them, and also for you to offer memberships on your channel once you reach initial monetization. But you, as a viewer, you have to even opt in and toggle on the ability to be gifted a membership and also to purchase memberships to your favorite channels. And I have 3 episodes of Shop Talk dedicated to that. So I'll get that information to you. Manjaro Journey with Pam. Yeah. Low Carb Queen said there would be a mutiny in her house. No, baby, because the key word here is your house. Period. This is my house. This is my house, not theirs. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get with these young people, young girl people. Everybody grown here, but you. Ooh, Pam. So, Pam, thank you for saying that. I am going over right now to add this to the grocery list. I need some measuring tapes, and I think I'm gonna have to go to the fabric store and get them. Oh, there is no Joann's fabric anymore. I'm gonna have to go to the fabric store because I keep putting measuring tape so that I can do my measurements, my bra size, my waistline, my thighs. Y'all, they are out, and I guess it's because it's a new year. Everyone's on a health and wellness journey, so I keep putting it on the grocery order, and they keep saying, "Man, we don't have it, out of stock." So maybe I can add it to. I'm gonna check on my Amazon order, see if I can add it to my subscribe and save order for Amazon. And friends, let me, because I know we're about to lose battery life and everything. Low Carb Queen says, thank you for the gift. You're welcome, Low Carb Queen. And y'all, those gifts, they all included perfume from Sephora at Kohl's. And you can shop Sephora anytime you want on Sephora.com. But of course, you know, KendyK is going to share some of her favorite things in that. So if you got those little pink hearts, those are magic sponges. So you can wet them with water, and they're cute. They're pink. You can use them for the face, and or use them at the sink, you know, for a little scrubber. You know, like when you have little messy jobs and you just want to use a little sponge and then throw it away. You know, you can use it as a one or two time sponge. So those are not just paper hearts; those are magic sponges. Just wet them, and you all got those are toenails. Some people say that we're going to try them on their fingernails, but those are instant toenails for you too. The girls got to have those kind of things because you just never know when we might have to turn some corners, right? So let me see who's online, and let's see who we can drop and do. We're doing an Uber or Lyft raid over here, y'all. Actually, we might be doing what we're gonna call ours. We're gonna call ours a sprinter raid. Okay, we're gonna pull up in the sprinter because we 50 and fabulous over here. We are people of a particular age, and so you know we roll deep in the sprinter. Let me see who's online at this moment, y'all. Half the time I want to do this, and they do this raid, and it's a joy raid. Okay, I know raid is kind of intimidating, but it's all rainbows and sunshine over here. So let me see who's live. I'm trying to talk loud because I have moved away. So let me just do this over here. And shout out to Grace and Glow. I am enjoying, I already have my candle warmer on, which no flames here, y'all. This was even before the kitchen fire. So this is my Grace and Glow candle in white peach, and oh my gosh. And so I put my lemon mint water right there on the counter, and I'm just gonna dump that straight into a simmer pot. But I'm gonna get started. Because don't just throwing that lemon away. It's 2 or 3 days old. You see the mint leaves have changed colors in there, so definitely we're not drinking from it anymore. But I'll just dump those lemons. They still have juice and smelly in them, so I'll just do that. Ooh, take front and back pics. Manjaro Journey with Pam, you are helping me. Hey, Carol. Hey, Cropper. Y'all, Cropper is one of my favorites. I'm just saying. Y'all, he is a real life farmer down in Texas. And you know, everything is bigger in Texas. Yes, I'm going to use like 1 egg, and I don't even know what a serving is of egg whites. Y'all tell me. Y'all know, so tell me. I need help, obviously. Obviously, I need help. And that's why I came and tapped in with the village. So let me see who has a live stream going on right now. And we're going to do a sprinter raid, because that's how the grown folk roll. We roll deep in the sprinter, pulling up, all classy like. All classy like. So let me see who is live in my village. Y'all know what we gonna do? She is right up here. We gonna roll over here and see one of the real ones. It's that G2 country girl. Oops. Wait a minute. We gotta stop that volume though. We're gonna roll over here to G2 country girl. I'm gonna drop her in, and if you all can stay at least 5 minutes, if you need to bow out, then I understand, y'all. We're gonna visit G2 in the sprinter. She is a lady of a particular age as well. And y'all, if you are into biblical principles, biblical living, but she is just one of the funnest persons in this YouTube streets, y'all check her out from a content creation. Y'all, I didn't mean to drop. That's not G2's link. That's my Ayuga link. Lord have mercy. Y'all, hold your phone. Hold your phone. Welcome in, Sandra. I think we must have talked you up in the best way, friend. Here is G2's link. Y'all join me with G2. Let's spend a little time for her. Let her know KendyK sent y'all. This is a KendyK Joy Raid. This is the KendyK Joy Sprinter Van. And we're going over to see G2, Country Girl. Y'all join me there. Join me there. I'm pinning that to the top of the chat. We're going to see G2, Country Girl this morning. Pulling up. We're going to pull up and spread joy with G2, Country Girl. She is a lady of a particular age and a good Christian woman, too. I love her for that. Y'all, thank y'all for being with me. Thank y'all for staying locked in. This is KendyK all day. I'm on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. Baby, stick and stay with me. I just did my second injection yesterday. Thank y'all for being with me. Y'all, meet me over there with G2 and let's stay at least 5 minutes. I kind of just hang out with friends, but y'all, let's go over there and let her know how KendyK shows up and supports. Okay. I hope everyone has it. I'm gonna pop over right now and let her know that we done rolled up on her. Okay. So I am over here with G2, making sure y'all we're moving this train over there to G2 Country Girl, y'all. So follow us over there, meet me there, beat me there. Oh, and she just started her live stream. It says 16 minutes ago. So this is a great time for us to be coming on in here. I can't even hear what she's saying, y'all. So I'm going to have to end my stream so that we can support G2 Country Girl. She probably is like, what is going on here? Goodbye for now. Join me with G2.